Championship playoff semi-finals first leg is just around the corner. What are my thoughts on it? You find out in today's video my exact predictions for the championship first leg predictions. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we've got championship predictions for the playoffs. Now, of course, 4 teams, 2 games this Monday night. 2 games will be happening for both ties. First game is Bournemouth-Brentford. Of course, how it works in the playoffs is 3rd versus 6th, and whoever finishes 6th does get the home leg first. And then your away leg for the second leg is meant to work out, so the second leg is harder if you're away. So I'm not too sure how it works, but yes, it's meant to work out like that. And then we've got 4th versus 5th, sorry. So of course that's Swansea versus Barnsley. As a Swansea fan, I am of course very happy with that tie. If we got Bournemouth, wouldn't be too confident, but I think Brentford, they'll be quite happy with getting Bournemouth. Bournemouth won't be too happy of getting Brentford. They would have wanted Swansea, I'm pretty sure. And Barnsley, I don't really think they wanted Swansea because Swansea have beaten them twice, which is why we want them. And they wouldn't have wanted to get Brentford because they would have wanted to get Brentford because they've had a few good results against them this season. And also, Swansea are the only team this season to get the league double over Barnsley, both 2-0. So how's it all going to work out? We'll have to find out. But first game to talk about is 3rd versus 6th. It's kicking off at 6 o'clock on the Monday, and I think at the Vitality, it's not going to be It's not an easy place to go. When Swansea went there a month or 2 ago, we lost 3-0, and that's because they're deadly up front. Now, they haven't scored in a few games, but Danjuma, Solanke, Brooks, that's an amazing front three. Danjuma, I do think next season he'll be playing Premier League football, where it's with Norwich, or not Norwich, Bournemouth or not. But they've got a fabulous team, Bournemouth. They can really hurt Brentford. However, Brentford come into this in a better form. Of course, Rico Henry as well. He could actually be available for the playoffs, which is not really good for Bournemouth. Ivan Toney, of course, in Buemo as well up top. They're just, Ivan Toney's an amazing striker. I do think next season as well, he has to be in the Premier League, whether it's with Brentford or not. But this game, I can see it being a lot of attacking play from both teams. That's how they score a lot of goals, both teams. But I can't see Bournemouth getting anything from this home leg. I do think it's going to be Brentford who are going to take the advantage in it. And I think they're going to win 2-0. I'm going to say Ivan Toney's going to get a penalty 27 minutes in. Very precise. He's going to put it in the bottom right-hand corner. So Begovic, if you're watching this, go to your bottom right corner. But no, I think he's going to score that one. Then Brentford's second goal. I think it's going to be, let's say, who's going to score it for Brentford this second? I'll say Ivan Toney, header from a corner on the 79th minute, and that's going to put them 2-0 up into the home leg, so quite comfortable going into it. But I think it's going to be a really good game. Whoever gets his first goal is going to be more in control, but you never know in the playoff semi-finals. It's all to play for. But good luck to both teams if you support them. Make sure you get your comments in the comment section down below as well for them. But moving on to the second semi-final, of course, it's 4th versus 5th. Barnsley versus Swansea for the first game. Forgot to mention, all of these games are taking place with fans. So home fans for your home ties, the away fans, so for the home times so far, Bournemouth-Brentford. Brentford fans will not be able to go to Bournemouth, but Bournemouth fans will be able to go to it. Barnsley-Swansea, it's not going to be an easy game for both sides. When Swansea beat Barnsley 2-0, I think it was one in December, one in January, but they didn't have Daryl DK. Of course, they have him now, and their front three is, they have 6 attackers and they can completely change it. So that's really interesting. Daryl DK is probably their best player, Barnsley, from what I've heard. Alex Mowat as well returns to the Barnsley side, and for Swansea, no injuries of course apart from Brandon Cooper, but I don't really think he was going to be in the starting 11 anyway. Maybe on the bench, but probably wouldn't have got any action on in the first leg. As a Swansea fan, not all too confident with the first leg. I think we can win, but it all depends how we play. If you've been following the channel for quite a while now, you'll know that recently we haven't been playing that well. I watched the highlights for the Watford game. We looked good, we just didn't score. And that's the problem with Swansea. When we play good, we don't get what we deserve. When we play not so well, we somehow get the results. So, really interesting to see how it goes. Barnsley have gone on an insane run. I think it was 12 wins at one point. That's what got them into the playoffs. It's not going to be easy for both sides. Conor Hourihane, of course, he played for Barnsley, and he's a playoff master, really. So really happy that Swansea have him on our team in the playoffs this season. How I think the game's going to go, I think it's going to be quite a cagey game in this one, but I do think Swans have got to back us. I think Swansea are going to win it 2-1 in the end, but I'm not too sure if it is going to happen. Of course, I'd love it to, but not too sure. I'm very nervous for the games, but excited at the same time because it's playoffs and it's not Bournemouth. So on screen now will be the prediction league from last week. We're still doing it for the playoffs because there's still 15 points to get from all the games, including the finals. So let me know your comments in the comment section down below. Leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hopefully the playoffs goes well and see who has the upper hand. So I'm backing Brentford and Swansea to get the upper hand in the playoffs. But will it mean anything from the second leg? Not too sure. We'll have them predictions out midweek after the games. Probably a Swansea Barnsley watch along as well. Just keep an eye on the channel for that. I'll see you in the next video very soon. Goodbye, guys.